Imagine finding a single coin in a jar of pocket change that could change everything. A small silver disc that, because of a tiny mistake at the mint or an odd historical footnote, is suddenly worth hundreds or even thousands. That's the thrill people chase with mid-20th century quarters. Today we are diving into the story of the 1969 quarter. Not a rare gold treasure by default, but a coin wrapped in myths, surprising errors, and a small number of high-grade survivors that sometimes fetch serious money at auction. In this video, the real history of the 1969 quarter, why people call it a Liberty coin, and why that's confusing. The 5 biggest myths about it, busted. The errors and varieties collectors hunt, real auction results, and how to tell if the quarter in your hand is worth more than face value. First, the basics. The coin most people mean when they say 1969 quarter is the Washington quarter, John Flanagan's portrait of George Washington on the obverse and the eagle on the reverse. Although the word Liberty sits above Washington's head, the design is universally referred to as the Washington quarter, not Liberty quarter, which can lead to confusion for new collectors. In 1969, the United States Mint produced circulation strikes, Philadelphia and Denver, and proof coins from San Francisco. These were clad quarters, no silver in circulation issues after 1964, made from a copper core with copper-nickel outer layers. The familiar legend Liberty across the top and in God we trust remain, while the reverse features the heraldic eagle clutching arrows and olive branches. 1969 was not a low mintage year. Combined mintage for the business. Strikes ran into the hundreds of millions. They, Philadelphia and Denver. Strikes alone add up to very common. Circulation coins. The San Francisco proof coins were much fewer, only a few million proof pieces, which makes high-grade proofs more collectible than ordinary circulated quarters, because so many were made. The vast majority of 1969 quarters you dig out of drawers are worth exactly what they say on the face, 25 cents, unless they show exceptional grade or unusual errors. Over the years, the 1969 quarter has picked up myths. Let's run through the most persistent ones. Myth 1. A 1969 quarter is secretly worth thousands because of a hidden mint error. Truth. Most 1969 quarters are common. Only a small subset with verified dramatic errors or extremely high-grade sell for big money. You need a certified, documented error or a top-tier grade to escape the usual low valuations. Myth 2. The 1969 quarter is made of silver. Truth. Not the circulation strikes. Silver quarters ended in 1964. Post-1964. Quarters are copper-nickel clad. Only certain special issues of other years contain silver. Don't weigh the coin or look for tarnish as proof of silver. Modern copper-nickel can pick up toning too. Myth 3. If it says Liberty, it's a special Liberty coin. Truth. Liberty appears on nearly every US coin. Calling the 1969 quarter a Liberty quarter is casual language but imprecise. Collectors call it a Washington quarter to avoid confusion. Myth 4. All 1969s proofs are rare and worth a lot. Truth. Proofs were produced for collectors and many survive in good condition. High-grade deep cameo proofs or PR69 grades are scarce and can bring a premium. But ordinary proof examples are modestly priced. Extremely high-graded proof coins, however, have sold for significant sums in past auctions. Myth 5. If there's any doubling or doubling of letters, the coin must be valuable. Truth. Doubling, a double die or machine doubling, can be valuable, but only if it's a clear, attributable variety and authenticated. Market value depends on how bold the doubling is, how rare that specific double die variety is, and the coin's overall condition. Many listings claim doubling but are actually minor strike irregularities, with little collector interest. Here are the types of 1969 quarters that collectors actually pay attention to, and why. 1. High-grade business strikes, MS65, MS68+. Most circulated 1969 quarters are common, but a coin that escaped circulation, and grades very high. Professional grading like PCGS or NGC can be worth significantly more than face. Auction records show that high-grade business strikes have fetched hundreds to a few $1,000s depending on exact grade and certification. 2. Proofs in top grades. PR68, PR69 Deep Cameo. Proofs were struck on specially prepared planchets and often display mirror fields and frosted devices. Deep Cameo proofs in PR68, PR69 are scarce enough to bring big premiums at serious auctions. PCGS lists auction records for 1969s, proof quarters reaching into the low thousands for PR69 examples. 3. Doubled die obverse, DDO, and bold doubling varieties. A clear doubled die on the obverse, letters and numbers or parts of Washington's portrait doubling can be a strong find, but only if the doubling is original from the die and documented. Some 1969 listings claim doubling but actually show machine doubling or post-mint damage, which are far less valuable. 4. Struck on the wrong planchet, e.g., struck on a cent planchet. These are extremely eye-catching errors. A quarter struck on a planchet intended for another denomination. Auction houses occasionally list spectacularly unusual pieces like a quarter struck on a cent planchet, and those pieces command collector attention and higher prices due to their novelty. 5. Mint mark anomalies and overstrikes. Most 1969 circulation quarters were minted at Philadelphia, no mint mark, and Denver, D. While San Francisco produced proof pieces, S. Unusual mint mark errors, overstrikes, misplaced marks, can raise interest, but the premium depends on how many such pieces exist and how widely accepted the error is among specialist collectors. Now the question everyone asks, what will it sell for today? The honest, somewhat boring answer is, usually 25 cents, but sometimes much more. Let's look at recorded auction results so you know what to expect. Auction houses and price guides show a wide range of realized prices for 1969 quarters over the last decade. Specialist auction sites and large houses have records showing sales anywhere from the low single digits, 4 circulated pieces, to several $1,000s for very special, authenticated examples in extremely high grades or dramatic error pieces. For example, some auction databases show sale prices for 1969 Washington quarters ranging from under $10 up to a few thousand depending on grade and rarity. A PCGS auction record for a 1969s proof quarter graded PR69 reached over $1,400 at a major auction in 2013. Proof that high-graded proof examples can fetch serious money. On the other hand, common circulated quarters from 1969 routinely sell for a few dollars or less on marketplaces unless they are graded or verified errors. Error coins sold on auction platforms, or even eBay, show highly variable prices. A well-documented struck on cent or very dramatic doubled die can bring several hundred to thousands at auction if authenticated by a reputable grading or error authority. But beware, many online listings hype supposed errors that, on inspection by graders, turn out to be minor or post-mint damage and sell for far less. Got a 1969 quarter in your pocket? Here's a quick, practical checklist before you let a stranger on the internet tell you it's worth $10,000. 1. Identify the mint mark. Look on the obverse to the right of Washington's ponytail. No mark equals Philadelphia. D equals Denver. S equals San Francisco. Proofs. 2. Check for obvious errors, doubling, missing details, off-center strikes, strange planchet metal, or mismatched diameter or weight. If it looks dramatically wrong, photograph both sides and the rim. 3. Don't clean it. Never polish or scrub a coin. Cleaning almost always destroys value. 4. Compare to reference photos. Use reputable sites or auction databases to compare. Many valuable claims fall apart under comparison with authenticated examples. 5. If it looks special, get it graded. For coins that might be worth hundreds or thousands, submit the coin to a major grading service, PCGS, NGC, for authentication. If it's an error, specialist error graders or auction houses can help determine originality and value. Remember, there's a grading fee, so weigh that against potential value. Why do prices vary so wildly? Because coin value is driven by three things: rarity, demand, and condition. A unique, well-documented error, rarity, in a popular series like Washington. Quarters, demand, in mint state condition, condition, will sell for a premium. But because 1969 is mostly common, demand is focused on specific niches: proof collectors, error hunters, and registry collectors chasing high MSEPR grades. Online marketplaces, eBay listings, auction aggregators, sometimes show inflated buy it now prices. Realized auction results, things that truly sold, are the best guide. Catalogued auction results from specialty houses and grading services give a clearer picture of what genuine buyers have paid. For instance, specialist auction archives show many 1969 quarters selling for under $10 in circulated grades, while a small number of certified MS6768 or PR69. Examples of realized prices measured in the hundreds to low thousands. Chapter 8. Top 5 things that will make a 1969 quarter worth more. 30:30:33:00. 1. Certified high grade, MS66 and up for business strikes. PR67 plus 4 proofs. 2. A dramatic, documented die error, clear double die. Off-center greater than 20%, struck on wrong planchette. 3. Scarce proof deep cameo in PR68, PR69. 4. Provenance from a famous collection or a documented auction history. 5. Exceptional eye appeal, original toning, no contact marks, perfect strike. For sellers, get good photos, macro shots of date, mint mark, edge. Describe condition honestly. If you suspect an error, have it inspected or graded before listing at a high price. For buyers, ask for grading or certification if the seller claims a rare error or high grade. Request close images of the whole coin, rim, and any claimed doubling or error. Check realized prices in auction archives, not just current listings. Collectors often tell the jar of change tale. Someone empties a jar into a table, sifts through, and finds a coin that changes everything. The reality is more nuanced. Most 1969 quarters are ordinary, but the thrill of numismatics is the tiny chance that one small disc will tell a story. A misstrike, an unusual die, a proof that survived untouched. Those stories are what send coins to auction, not just metal value. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1969 quarter, hit like, subscribe, and tell me in the comments, do you have a 1969 quarter? Post a photo, no identifying info, and I'll point out what to look for. If you want, I'll follow up with a video showing how grading works and the step-by-step process of consigning a coin to auction.